The arms. Wrap the corresponding yarn around your little finger, and then bring it up to index finger. Pinch the yarn tail with your thumb and middle finger. Working into a magic ring, make a loop around your middle finger and pinch the crossover of the yarn. Insert hook into the loop on middle finger. Hook the yarn and pull up a loop. A magic ring is formed on middle finger. In round 1, start with 1 chain stitch and then work 5 single crochets. Finally, end with 1 slip stitch. The chain stitch serves as the beginning is to raise the height, and the slip stitch serves as the ending is to join each round. They are not counted into the number of stitches. Put 1 chain stitch first. Then work 5 single crochets. Mark the first single crochet. We need to mark the first stitch of every round. Continue to work 4 more single crochets in the same way. Five V's on the side stand for 5 single crochets. Pull the yarn tail tight to close the ring. Finally, put 1 slip stitch in the first stitch to join this round. Make sure to tighten up when working the slip stitch. Round 1 is done. In round 2, work 1 chain stitch, 5 increases, and 1 slip stitch. Work 1 chain stitch first. Then work 5 increases. Work 1 single crochet in the first stitch where we just worked the slip stitch of last round. Mark the first single crochet. Then work 1 more single crochet in the same stitch. Two single crochets are in the same stitch, that's 1 increase. Continue to work 4 more increases in the same way. We need to work 2 single crochets in each stitch. 5 increases are done. There are 2 V-shaped laps, one of which is the slip stitch of last round, and the other one is the chain stitch of this round. We need to skip these 2 stitches. Finally, with 1 slip stitch in the first stitch, to join this round, make sure to tighten them up when working the slip stitch. Round 2 is done. The stitches from round 3 to 4 are the same, with 1 chain stitch, 10 single crochets, and 1 slip stitch for each round. We'll demonstrate round 3. Please finish round 4 by yourself. With 1 chain stitch first. Then with 1 single crochet in each stitch, finish 10 single crochets in total. Ten single crochets are done. Finally, with 1 slip stitch in the first stitch, to join this round, make sure to tighten up when working the slip stitch. Round 3 is done. In round 4, also with 1 chain stitch, 10 single crochets, and 1 slip stitch. Please finish round 4 by yourself. Round 4 is done. In round 5, start with 1 chain stitch, then work a stack of 3 single crochets, 1 decrease for twice. Finally, end with 1 slip stitch. With 1 chain stitch first. Then work 3 single crochets. Mark the first single crochet. Then work 1 decrease. Work 3 single crochets and 1 decrease as 1 set. Keep working 1 more set. Finally, with 1 slip stitch in the first stitch to join this round. Round 5 is done. In round 6, start with 1 chain stitch, then work 8 single crochets. Finally, end with 1 slip stitch. With 1 chain stitch first, then work 8 single crochets. Mark the first single crochet. 8 single crochets are done. Finally, work 1 slip stitch in the first stitch. Stretch the loop and remove the hook. Then break yarn, leaving a long yarn tail. Tear the fiber fill to make it fluffy. And then stuff the fabric with fiber fill.